This episode of the Adam Carolla Show is brought to you by Simply Safe.
It's time to celebrate Christmas with the Ace Man.
Have a holy Christmas and the best time of the year.
Thursday, December 18th at the Sagebrush Cantina.
Chestnut roasting in the open fire.
Join Adam Carolla and the crew.
I'm Ted Koppel.
Plus, special guest Brad Williams.
And the first day of Christmas, my true love came to me. I Paris in the parent tree.
It's wonderful and, breaking news.
Plus, an ugly sweater contest with your chance to win lunch with Adam and the staff.
Daddy happy for the holly, fa la 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 la.
A special Adam Carolla Show Christmas at the Sagebrush Cantina on December 18th.
Feliz Navidad.
Join us for the brightest season of the year. Get your tickets now at adamcarolla.com. And now, that's not coal on his stockings. It's ashes from walking around Malibu and the Palisades. Adam Carolla.
Yeah, get it on. Got to get it on. The church will get on your mandate. You get it on. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for telling friend Fitzdog in studio. Fitzdog's got dates. Punchline, San Francisco. That's coming up this weekend, 11th through the 13th. And then Hilarities, Ohio, January 8th through the 10th. And then also Punchline in Georgia, coming up January 15th through the 17th. Go to GregFitzsimmons.com for all the live dates. Good to see you. Rudy's here as well.
Hey, guys.
I got thoughts. I've been watching P. Diddy's doc. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Mm-hmm. It's great. Good stuff. The thing that's funny is, I mean, the whole thing's funny, obviously, but I love the...
It's going to be like The Bear winning Best Comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the disclaimer at the front. The front at the top of every episode is the depictions of domestic abuse, violence, physical violence. They do a whole, strong pimp hand on, and then at the very end, it always goes smoking. And it's like, I do love that we've lumped smokers in with domestic batters and killers.
Right.
Also, you'd have to picture a scenario like you'd have to be there. The scenario would have to be a dad has sat down with his 11-year-old daughter to watch this series and looked up and went, domestic violence. Okay, I think she's old enough to get, violence against women.
She's old enough to learn.
Yeah. Okay, spousal abuse.
Racial slurs.
Oh, smoking. Honey, let's watch Dora the Explorer. Like it's at the end, so you have to... somebody's going to make a decision based on smoking. And by the way, should black guys blowing spleef, is that smoking? You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like that's not what we're talking about.
And smoking and racial stereotype.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But what I always love is like on the HBO. Remember the old Cinemax?
Mm-hmm.
And at the beginning they'd tell you like it would say N for nudity.
Right.
And you're like,
D
nice.
for violence.
And then BN for brief nudity. You'd be like, fuck, that's a dick. That's a dick.
Uh-huh.
And then it would be like SC for sexual content. Then it would say SSC, strong sexual content. That's
Now
when
we're
you hand goes right to the belt buckle on SSC.
Yeah. The guy who invented triple X
Yeah.
when we already had X.
Yeah.
And it didn't go, the triple X guys should be, there should be a Mount Rushmore for the guy who invented triple X, and he should be next to the guy who invented 110%.
Yeah.
Because neither one exists. But we use them constantly.
Right.
And I picture the triple X guy may be the same guy who invented In Defending Your Life when he was at the Italian place and he had the guy and he was explaining how many days he got. And no one could figure out how Albert Brooks got 9 days because that seemed like a lot. But he ran into a guy who's got 13 days to look at. And he goes, what did you do for a living? He goes, I invented totally all nude. There was a place by the airport that just said nude dancers, and it didn't get any business. And then I bought it, and I put all nude. And place became like a beehive after that. And I'm like, but the all nude or the totally all nude or the all new episodes of The Bear or Grey's Anatomy, it's like the all new, and the 110 and the triple X and it's all unnecessary, but it works because we're humans, right?
Right. Well, the Magnum condom is bigger. I can tell you that firsthand because I'm not. Look,
Could you fit your whole body in one?
well, here's no. Look, I'm Irish, but I am an outlier, and I literally could not fit in regular condoms and had to go Magnum.
Wow.
And I only bring this up because it's an opportunity to bring it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it has
to be
nothing to do
discussed.
with the conversation.
Yeah. Could not fit in a regular condom.
I could, but it was very uncomfortable. And the sperm would then sometimes leak out because
Hold on, let me close my eyes and take a draw off my coffee. Keep going with the sperm linkage.
So I would pull it down. I think I pulled it down too tight. I think I think I put my crown in the reservoir sometimes.
Hey, when you're done with the wrapper for the Magnum,
Yeah.
before you throw it away, could you just sort of collect them and give them to me so I could just sort of spread them about my condo?
Use safety pins and put them on your backpack.
Yeah, I just like the idea of those wrappers.
Yes,
I like
right.
the Magnum. They should just sell Magnum wrappers. Like they should go, look, it's $4 with the condom in it, but without the condom, it's $1.99. But you still get, still get it. There's no condom in it, but you don't need that. But you really, what you need is to just throw a few of these around the bench seat of the pickup truck, put one up on the dashboard, toss
Don't
one
let
on the
people see the
table.
rubber band that you need to use with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Hide the rubber band.
Oh, there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
Well, you just spread it around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when people have like a Bible that's hollowed out and they use it as a safe.
sure.
You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Or when you have a armed patrol.
Yeah, sticker. Yeah.
On your house.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have an
yeah.
armed patrol.
Yeah, the ADT on the
Yeah.
side there. Yep. I could have 2 dicks and not fill a Magnum condom. So good on you, Fitzdog.
Good
That's
on
a
you
good one,
with the
yeah.
Magnum.
Yeah, it was impressive.
It still is.
Yeah, it's still impressive. And I dated a girl, and we broke up because it was too uncomfortable for her.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and she was a whore.
You know what I don't like about the Magnum packaging though? It's like gold, like it's like in steel, like Magnum, where it's just like regular old Trojans, like the kind I wear. They're just like, made for dainty men like yourself, all in purple and sort of like fantastic colors.
Instead of the lube, they should put a muscle relaxer liquid on the outside of the condom for her, for her pleasure.
Yeah.
Ribbed. We've come a long way from ribbed for her pleasure, right?
Yeah.
And also ribbed. What if she got really hooked up with the ribbed? Like she got used to the ribbed for her pleasure, and then you were out of town. She'd have to use one of those hollowed out wooden fishes that they drag the pencil across. What is that instrument? What was the hollowed out?
Washboard type thing.
Yeah, what is it called in Mexico? It's Mexican, right? It's like it's an instrument. It's basically it's the Mexican version of the triangle. Like when you go, hey, Yoko Ono, you don't play any instruments, do you? No. But you do insist on being on stage, right? Oh, definitely. All right, here's a thing. It's shaped like a triangle, and then you just stand a little off to the side, and you can do whatever the fuck you want with it because it's not really going to fuck us up that badly. It's the Mexican version of that. It's like a hollowed out fish.
Yeah.
You drag a pencil across the top of it, and it's ribbed for her pleasure. And it goes,
I see.
yeah, it took a long time to get there. What is that called? It's called a como tucker. Oh, wait,
Guido.
Yeah, and
Ringo?
it's unclear if it's really played or just whoever the Yoko is in the band.
Yeah.
You know, when Linda McCartney or whatever wants to get up on stage, you just go, here's your, in Mexico,
Right.
you go, here's your hollowed out thing.
Right.
And
They
stand
should
there.
just call it the girlfriend.
The girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. The triangle, the hollowed out fish. It should just be called the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Well,
just play this.
For
My-
her, it's a boyfriend. Look at that thing.
Yeah, that's what
I don't
I'm
wear the
saying.
condoms anymore, but I'm so old I have varicose veins on my cock, so it is ribbed still for
Hold
her
on.
pleasure.
Let me take another shot of this
It's an
coffee.
all-natural ribbed.
Yeah. Broken up upon, you were broken up with because of the size of the hog.
Yes.
That is sort of up there. You know, I have a list of things I'd like to be accused of.
Yeah.
There is killing a man with your hands. You know what I mean? Where you go, I don't really want to talk about it, but he started it. But anyway,
Yeah.
I still should have stopped at some point.
Yeah.
Like there's that. There is having your hands registered.
Right.
Like in Nevada. That would
Yeah.
be nice.
Uh-huh.
There would be escorted out of a casino for winning too much.
Yes.
Like I'm too good. I know they
That's
had the
good.
shoe had 6 decks, but I could still count.
Uh-huh.
I could count them. And being broken up with because your dick was too wide.
Yeah.
That I'm
Yeah.
gonna add all that
Yeah.
onto that list.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, it was a great moment. And,
That's huge.
and I remember I've never beamed at a breakup before. I've cried at a breakup.
Yeah. You don't preen normally when there's.
Yeah, I was preening and
And adjusting at the same time to fit it in the pants.
yes.
I get it.
And I insisted she blog about the breakup.
Yeah. Well, there was the woman from the reality TV or whatever. I don't know, Dawson, you can find this. Like 2 weeks ago, she was telling about breaking up with her NFL lineman husband, like got divorced, and it was all just about how big his hog was.
Wow.
Well, what about that little gymnast?
Simone Biles?
Yeah.
Biles
Yeah.
dates a gigantic football player.
Yeah, he played for the
Yeah.
Packers and now for the Bears. I don't know if he's still
Yeah.
on the Bears at all,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean you have a huge dick because you're huge and black. It helps. But I remember right where I was. I was on the set of Loveline on MTV a million years ago with Hallie Robinson Pete, the actress who married Rodney Pete.
Yeah.
Come on, Rodney Pete.
Yeah.
You follow the NFL.
Rodney Pete.
Defensive
disappointed.
linebacker.
No, he's a starting quarterback in the NFL for like 10 years.
Greg, man, I'm so bad with names. I wish I was
You
better
just
with them.
name 2 guys on 2 teams.
Yeah,
or
but
what?
teams that I watch consistently.
Rodney Pete was a Viking for
It should
a
be
while?
easier too because he has 2 first names.
Yeah.
Rodney and Pete.
Rodney. I don't remember Rodney Pete on the fight. Maybe, but I'm so bad with names.
USC, standout USC, drafted pretty early. Not a outstanding career, but like probably 9 years in the league. Rodney Pete, you can find it. We'll find it. But anyway, the whole point is I was sitting next to her on the set of Loveline, and some Magnum dick thing came up or something. And I said, well, listen, you don't have to be this, but, maybe you're not the size of Shaq down there, And then we went to commercial. And we're just sitting there in the break, what you do in the commercial. And Hallie Robinson Pete, leaned over and she just went, I dated Shaq. And I went, oh, you did? And she goes, not so much.
No.
And I was like,
No.
all right, see if Hallie Robinson Pete, who was on 21 Jump Street,
Yeah,
did stuff back in the day.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper, I think, was her sitcom on Friday nights. That was another one, too.
Yeah. So she said she dated Shaq, which makes sense. She's a good-looking, hot black actress. The timeline makes sense. And
Yeah.
she just basically said not so much with Shaq, which is doesn't have to be. Yeah.
I mean, I'm 5'8", 150 pounds.
That's
Yeah.
right. And 40 of those pounds.
In your hog.
Homes.com. Some might say Homes.com is the best home shopping site. I sounded like Oprah there. Homes.com has super comprehensive and transparent agent directories. Also, maybe people love it because Homes.com is the only site that always directly connects you with the listing agent who knows the home the best. Perhaps it's because Homes.com has the most in-depth neighborhood content of any home shopping site that's extensively researched to highlight the personality of each neighborhood. Homes.com goes above and beyond to bring home shoppers the in-depth info they need to find the right home. Homes.com. That's Homes.com. We've done your homework. TRA tax relief. We've all seen those IRS commercials where they try to scare the hell out of you. They're coming for your house. They'll seize your bank account. Yeah, we get it. But here's the truth. Tax relief advocates is different. Whether you owe $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, they have a real solution for you. Doesn't matter where you're sitting right now, in the car, at work, chasing your kids around. Just go to TRA.com. You don't have to lose hope. These guys know the system. They could actually reduce or even wipe out what you owe. Over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google, A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. So stop sweating it and start fixing it. Some pretty generous programs out there right now that can give you a fresh start. Am I right, Dawson?
End the nightmare today. Visit TRA.com. That's TRA.com. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Haley Khalil revealed in her 2022 divorce from offensive lineman Matt Khalil was due in part to his penis size.
Yeah, Matt Khalil, definitely a Viking.
There you
I believe
go.
he was a Viking, yeah.
He was a Viking, whether he could have played for the Browns and still been a Viking with
Yeah,
that
that's
cock.
right.
Right. Yeah, she did an interview, and she was like, it was like 2 Coke cans just on top of one another, and we just couldn't do it anymore.
Wow.
Dude, if you put a side-by-side of Lawrence Taylor and Greg Fitzsimmons and said one of these guys got broken up with because of the size of their Johnson, guess which one? I don't know if they would say you, Greg. So you are definitely you're the minority in this situation.
Ironically, I'm the minority.
There's a lot of dudes because you're a little bit taller than me, maybe what, 5'9"?
5'8",
Okay.
150.
Yeah.
And it runs in the family, apparently.
Mom side?
No, I know my brother does.
Oh.
You know, women I've talked to that he dated have commented pretty forcefully about,
Emphatically?
very emphatically.
They stopped you on the street.
But you know who is very well hung? I went to Skankfest this year, which is this comedy festival that they have in New Orleans.
Hold on. Little unfinished business.
Yeah.
Just so we don't get too far away. Rodney Peete, 16 years in the NFL.
Get out.
89 to 04, Rodney Peete played quarterback in the NFL.
Oh, well, I was 9 years old.
Wow.
I was 9 when Roman Gabriel played in Johnny Unitas. Okay? Don't pull that shit. I got a young girlfriend. I got to hear that shit all fucking day long. Well, of course, you know who Steely Dan is.
Right,
And it's
right.
like,
Yeah.
okay, there's things that happen before when you're young.
See, I know.
You're still obliged to know those things if you're a fan of that subject. If it's rock and roll, you got to know about Led Zeppelin.
Sure.
You need to know who predated you if that's your subject. If I like cars and you're talking about a 63 Ferrari GTO, I can't go, hey man, I was born in 60. I have to know that car.
Yeah.
Right.
If I'm not into the subject, then you don't need to know.
Right.
That's my sort of
Yes.
rule. And then if it's about World War II, everyone needs to know.
Yes.
That's on everyone. So 16 years in the league. I mean, he played backup for a while, but he started. Was he a Viking? He traveled everywhere. Holly Robinson Peete lived in Orlando at the same time Shaq played for the Magic. She married Rodney Peete in 97. Maybe that's her story. Like, maybe her thing is like to Rodney, like, yeah, I dated Shaq, but he's no Fitzsimmons.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have Shaq's number. Should we text him right now?
Wow.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
So so I'm at Skankfest, and it's debaucherous. You know, the green room is just filled with. It's got bowls of pre-rolled joints and jars of magic mushrooms, and the rap parties at Barely Legal.
Barely Legal is still around, but it's a strip club. Played for the Lions,
Larry
Cowboys,
Flint's.
Eagles, Redskins. He didn't play for the Vikings.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Raiders, Panthers. Sorry.
One of the events was they do the roast battle, and it was all nude. The judges were all nude. The comedians, like some actually really smoking hot women.
Nude.
Nude.
All nude.
All nude.
Totally
Triple
all
X.
nude. Triple X.
And one of the judges was Jason Ellis, who came out, and it almost touched the ground when he walked out.
Big dude.
Really?
Yeah. It was very impressive.
Do you know Jason?
I think. Where would I?
What
He's
the fuck,
like
Ace? You don't know Jason Ellis?
He's got
Come
a
on,
huge podcast,
Yeah,
and he's
tattooed.
an MMA guy, and a skateboarder.
That Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've done his radio.
Good
or
dude.
Played
his
for the
podcast
Panthers,
before.
the Lions.
No,
the
I know
Browns.
Jason Ellis. I was thinking about. For some reason, I got Silent J popped into my head from
You mean Silent Bob?
Silent Bob. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jay's
Jay is
insane
mute.
clown posse.
Oh, you mean Violent J from
There's
the Insane
Violent
Clown?
J and there's
Silent
Silent Bob,
Bob, yeah.
but there's no Silent J.
Yeah,
Although
no.
I wish Violent J was Silent J.
Yeah.
Silent Bob is
Kevin Smith.
no. Oh, I'm sorry. His partner.
Oh, Shaggy Too Dope? Are you talking just
no,
Jay
we're-
Muse? Jay
Jay
the
Muse.
long-haired. Yeah, Jay the long-haired.
Jay Muse.
Yes, yeah.
Is who I was picturing when you were talking about Jason Ellis.
Oh,
I was
sure.
talking about
Okay.
Jason
Yeah.
or Jay Muse.
Yeah,
whatever.
and there is a nude scene with Jason Muse in Zack and Miri Make a Porno. So maybe that was going to your brain because he does walk through a hallway naked, and he told a story about it that before they shot the scene, he was behind the door and he's tugging on his penis as hard as he can.
Yeah.
And somebody like a PA turned the corner and they thought he was masturbating or something. And he was like, "What?" He's like, "No, I'm just trying to get a little blood down there to make it look a little bigger on camera."
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a little extra out of a stretch.
Yeah.
I've found minus the blood part, just a physical stretch of the
stretching
dork.
your body.
Yeah, the dork pulling the
Pulling the dork. Yeah.
You don't have to do that, but us mortals,
Yeah, they call it the lawnmower. You know, you give it a little,
Yeah.
give it a little pull.
Yeah, you give it a little pull.
Yeah.
All right, so other stuff to get into.
Right, I had a
go
big
ahead.
announcement I thought you'd be interested in.
Okay.
Famously, and by the way, thank you. I understand I'm nominated for Joke of the Year, Story of the Year
Could be.
in the awards.
I see. I don't know anything in advance.
Oh, well, now you do.
Yeah,
and I'm
but-
lobbying for it.
Right.
But I only bring it up because I won it in a previous year when you tried to get me to drink alcohol, famously. And it wasn't fun. It wasn't funny.
I thought it.
No, it was hilarious. But you've always mocked my sobriety. I have lost my sobriety
Oh, good.
as of
Oh no! Hold on.
2 days ago.
Let me just say this.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Here's how I would treat young sobriety.
Yeah.
And take this in the spirit in which it's intended. There's guys like Bobcat. They're guys who quit drinking in their teens.
Right.
And they go, well, I had a problem. And here's the way I approach that. Because especially if you seem very put together as an adult. You don't, there are people that are erratic and they're scattered. And I'd go, you probably shouldn't find your way back to booze. But I treat booze like if somebody said to me, if I said to Rudy, Rudy, let's go get some barbecue. And then Rudy went, I don't eat barbecue. And then I went, why don't you eat barbecue? And you go, I quit when I was 19. And I'd go, but it's so good. And you go, yeah, it didn't sit well. It didn't work for me. I'd go, why don't we try some barbecue now that you're 46? I think you could. I think you'd like some ribs because it's that good. Like it's really good. And I don't want to sit here and watch a football game eating ribs without you. Like I want you to have one in your hand as well.
Right.
And that's the way I feel about booze. Now, if you told me it cost you 2 marriages and 2 jobs and 3 DUIs, and when you're on your 50th birthday, there's an intervention, then I go, no more barbecue.
Right.
For you. But if you dropped it real early, I go,
Yeah.
I bet you could do that.
Then Rudy
I
starts
think you'd like-
farting up the party.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
all
right.
maybe
Sprawled
he needs
out.
to take another break.
Next thing you know, he's fighting a cop with a rib in his hand.
Give me that famous Dave's.
He threw brisket at his old lady and started beating the shit out of her.
He's got a rib up his ass.
Lubed up his hog with sauce and raped a school-age girl in the bathroom at the park.
Wow, this guy really likes barbecue. I had no idea.
Baby, big ribs.
Oh, he's out of control. He walked in the Home Depot parking lot and threw baked beans at a woman. Yeah, I don't know how long we can go on with the metaphor, but the point is, see, that's the way I feel about you and booze. Like, you'd be a great guy to have a couple of beers with.
Yeah.
And you got out of the game so early.
I was 24.
Oh, you were 24. I thought you were like 19
No, I
or
was
something.
24.
Okay.
But I started when I was like 12.
Bobcat was like...
Bobby Kelly, you know Bobby Kelly? He
Yeah.
also quit when he was a teenager.
Bobcat was like 17 or
Yeah,
something. And
yeah.
I'm like, listen, whatever works. No shade, but I don't know. I don't know
I
that
think
you
the
can...
key is for a sober person is to bounce it off the ace man. I think your input is probably more important than their sponsor.
Yeah. No,
Or-
for sure. Like Jay Moore,
Yeah.
all day long, no drinking.
Right,
no nothing
right,
for you,
right,
Jay.
right. Yeah.
You have a proven track
Yeah.
record of not being able to
Right.
deal with this. But, Bobcat,
Why not? Dip your toe.
I mean, I was probably confusing him with you, but he was in his teens when he stopped.
Yeah.
And who else you say Kelly was?
Bobby Kelly stopped very young.
Didn't Moshe Kashar stop when he was a teenager?
He stopped
Yeah,
very
I'd like to
young.
talk to these guys and see if I can't bring them toward the light.
Then there
just a
was this
little bit.
guy that I wrote with. I wrote on Cedric the Entertainer Presents. Louis C.K. got me the job. And there was a guy there named Jay Johnston, who that
Yeah.
name might ring a bell.
Yeah.
He ended up working on. He was on Mr. Show early on. Really talented comic actor who also wrote on some TV shows.
Hey, like kind of old school, right? Like,
Yeah, kind of a jarhead looking guy.
yeah. He did stand up too. Didn't
No,
he?
I think he was an improv guy.
Oh, you know what? There was Jay Johnston, the baseball player, who turned into sort of a Bob Uecker type. Like Bob Uecker wasn't the only one doing the I played baseball and now I'm kind of a comedian kind of guy. There
right.
are other guys that like who are 20 years younger who are like retired from ball. And somebody was like, yeah, you played ball and you're funny. Why? And you see Bob Uecker and all the Bud Light commercials. Like, why can't you just do kind of that? I don't know if he's still alive
No.
or not. But anyway, sorry.
So
Comedian-
Jay Johnston quit drinking when he was a teenager, and then we're working on the show, and he says to me, "I've been sober now since I was 16."
16.
and he goes, "I know you don't drink. What do you think about me trying it again?" As the
Yes,
Ace Man recommends, he
yes.
goes, "Should I try it?" And I go, I'm not a big AA guy. I just stopped. So let me call my aunt who's in AA. And she goes, and she'd been in it forever. She goes, sometimes they call it you need to find your bottom again. So,
Oh, wow.
so sometimes you need to,
Sure.
which is awful advice. And since I've talked to AA people, they go, I don't know what the fuck your aunt is talking
Yeah.
about. So I give Jay this advice.
But maybe when you called the aunt and said asking for a friend, she was like, oh,
yeah.
the boy's
Right,
thinking
right,
about
right,
drinking. Right.
And so I say, she said you should try. And so every Friday night we taped the show, and then there would be an after party. And this guy, John Bowman, legendary showrunner, would bring a good bottle of like Macallan Scotch, and everybody would have a drink after the show. So Jay grabs a glass, has a drink, and I see him off in the corner. He has a couple more drinks. Everybody goes home. Monday comes around. Jay's not at work.
Oh,
Tuesday's around. Jay. Wednesday he comes in unshaven, a mess. The guy ended up going down the relationship.
Wow.
Marriage ended. Last I knew of him, he invaded the Capitol on January 6th.
I'm looking at my screen right now. It says Jay Johnson, January 6th at the Capitol, sentenced to a year and
I did that.
a year and a day.
I did that.
Trump pardoned him, but Trump pardoned a bunch of J6ers, but a lot of the J6ers did the time and then were pardoned. They didn't get pre-pardoned. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
Hunter Biden is pre-pardoned, which is what you want. You want the pre-pardon. You don't want I did 3 years and then I got out and then I got pardoned.
Right.
Which it's off your record, but you still did the time.
Yeah. So really,
Fauci's pre-pardoned.
You wanted to go in on January 5th and go, hey, can I get a pre-pardon on this?
Or the 7th will work, but we can't have a trial and then me get locked up for 3 years.
Right.
So I'm guessing Jay Johnston did the time. I guess.
I think he did step foot inside a penitentiary. I believe so. Anyway, so I lost my sobriety. I go to an Italian restaurant 2 days ago, and I'm just stopping to get a coffee. And I like to go to Italian restaurants because they get the good espresso. And I walk in, and there's this Italian guy behind the counter. I go, can I get an Americano with room? And he goes, huh? I go, Americano with room. And then he walks over and I see him and he's talking to the manager. And they're going back and forth. Their hands are away. They're Italian. And I go, what's the confusion? I see the espresso machine.
Room. You want room for crate.
Yeah, with room.
Right.
So he comes back and he hands me the cup and he goes, that'll be $11. And I go, $11 for a cup of coffee?
Yeah.
And I'm in Santa Monica. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I give the guy the $11. I walk outside. Take a sip of the coffee. I'm like, wow, this is fucking strong. And I take another sip and I walk back in and I go, is there alcohol in here? He goes, yeah, USA Americana with rum. He put fucking rum in my coffee.
Oh, man.
And I took 2 sips of it.
Oh, man. That's tragic. Do you still have that? Oh,
Yeah,
Smashed his car on the way here.
Bring it on.
I'm saving it for the next invasion.
Nice.
So you said room.
Right.
Yeah.
I was with my uncle one time in one of those drive-through liquor stores, and he asked for a pack of Cools. So he smoked Cool cigarettes, Kool. And the guy comes back with a 6-pack of Coors. And he goes, no, Cools.
See, that could have happened to me, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could have happened to me.
Speaking of AA, I had mandatory AA meetings, court ordered, when I was 15.
Oh.
And at the end of it, I'd like after the 6 weeks or 8 weeks, the question they ask you is, what did you learn from this? I was like, are you going to quit drinking? I said, no, I'm just not going to be a fuck up. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
These guys have completely ruined their lives. I'm 15 years old. I have so much time in front of me to figure it out.
Scared straight.
It was nowhere near that. But these guys were like hardcore alcoholic. The guys were coming in and just chain smoking
Right.
because that's all they need.
They need
to take their mind off of it because that's all
Well,
they want
that's
to do.
why I didn't keep up with AA. I started in Boston. I quit drinking in Boston and tried going to a fucking South Boston AA meeting.
Oh.
The guy's like, I fucking took a guy's skull off from Whitey Bulger, and I woke up with a dick in my hand.
Yeah. No, I remember a guy telling me once, he goes, you want to go to the West Hollywood CA meeting? And I'm like, I don't do cocaine. He's like, so many hot chicks at the West Hollywood CA meeting. I'm like, skinny, hot chicks at the West Hollywood. Because you go to the West Side, you're dealing with cocaine, and they're pretty young because they get it at 23 and they start spinning out at 25,
Yeah.
Now you got them all vulnerable
They're
and
just
skinny.
the right amount of damaged.
They're just
the
damaged.
right
They've
amount.
done a few things they're not proud of, and you're
Yeah.
there just to pick up the pieces.
The door is ajar.
That's right. All right, let me ask you guys this. I have a theory, and I'm curious about it. I was watching a tape of the Mangione supporters, like lined out in front of the courthouse or the hall where he's being taken. Like he has groupies that follow him around from court to court and all that kind of stuff. And it's a fair number of women, right?
Yeah.
And then you kind of go, well, is this I'll show you the tape. It's women. Women, people understand there's a permanent record called the internet, and you're going to be on it for the rest of your life. And there's going to be shit that you're not exactly proud of that's going to haunt you in a few years. But we'll play the tape. It's a bunch of women who are. It's a wagon train of young nubile women following him into the court to hear whatever's going on with the guy who shot the guy and executed the guy in the back. Okay, so be it. Oh, wait, one dude? It must be his lawyer.
Yeah, I got a mustache. Of course it is.
Or it's a smart move because it's the dude trying to get laid.
I was like the CA meeting. Yeah.
The CA meeting
off the
dude,
stray.
right. He doesn't have a problem, but he has a problem getting laid. All right. So then I started thinking about it, and I was like, well, the guy's good looking, you know. But then you kind of realize you've seen enough tall, statuesque blondes with short, stubby guys where you go, Jesus, what is that super hot chick doing with that troll? And you go, he makes her laugh, you know. And for women, it's not about the look, you know, it's about but it's weird. So they're not as aesthetically inclined as we are, but as soon as someone is good looking and they murder someone, they all go stand outside the courthouse. So, and we wouldn't do that. Like we'd go, that chick's hot, but we wouldn't go, I'm going to the courthouse today because she's good looking. You know what I mean? They do it. So kind of which is it with women? Like the only reason Gavin Newsom gets elected because he's good looking. It's not because he does anything. And that's a lot of women voting for Gavin Newsom. So there is an aesthetic. On the other hand, their husband is bald and short and they love him because they don't care about the aesthetic. He's got a kind heart, makes them laugh. So like kind of which is it, bitches? What's going to be the name of my new game show? See if you can get Cedric to host. Can you get Cedric to host?
You want to write for that, Greg?
Cedric's perfect.
It's time to play.
Yeah.
Which is it, bitches? Right.
Yeah, I mean, Ted Bundy was very handsome. I know he had a lot of women. Didn't he like get married while he was?
Yeah, I think he got married in the joint. Tex Watson got married, had 4 kids.
Yeah.
4 kids. 4 from inside.
A woman from my hometown is married to Eric Menendez. My daughter's mom was this woman's nanny, and
Wait, slow that down.
yeah, so a woman from my hometown,
Yeah.
Minnesota, moved out to Sacramento and married Eric Menendez.
While
And-
he was
While he's incarcerated, and still married to him to this day.
He was always been incarcerated.
Yeah, to this day. Yeah.
He was incarcerated.
And she was a-
He was bar mitzvahed, and then he went right to the penitentiary. They drove him from his bar mitzvah.
They gave him a 2-week
to
sabbatical.
the penitentiaries. That's how incarcerated he is.
Jesus.
Yeah. So,
Well,
and obviously, you know, there was awful trauma that had happened to her early on, and there was something that happened with her ex-husband.
Were there conjugal visits?
That I don't know. I don't know a lot of the ins and outs of it.
It varies from like state to state, but they do have conjugal visits. That's how Tex Watson has
Sure.
4 kids.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when you think about it, you go, he's got 4 kids wandering around the United States, right? So then you go, his DNA, this guy who thought it'd be a good idea to murder a pregnant woman and do all of this guy's DNA is now floating around the United States times 4. And you go, that's bad. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, I'll tell you what's worse. The DNA of the woman who went to the prison to fuck him. She's more fucked up than he is. Like, arguably, I would say her reproducing is actually worse than him reproducing because she had time to think about it. She was attracted to him. She went to prison, times 4 kids. So now you have the worst DNA because you have the actual killer DNA, and then you have the enabler, I'm going to marry the killer DNA and fuck that guy DNA. In one person, by the way, floating about.
And then Tex isn't even around to be the father figure in the kid's life.
It may be one of the few times a Gentile has switched their last name to Jewish. Like that, Watson's son's probably out there, and they're like, "What's your name?" My name is David Wittenberg. Jewish guy, huh?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because you said howdy when I met you. Well, some of us Jews are on the range. The old bar mitzvah spread. You know, like he has 4 kids floating around out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
As does my dad. 4 kids floating around. Probably still a better dad than my dad.
Probably
Not bad.
from in the joint.
In the joint,
Yeah.
not bad.
Your dad didn't write, did he?
Depends on what you're talking about.
He didn't write you letters.
No, manifestos, but definitely not
Tex
letters.
probably wrote some letters from
Yeah.
inside the
Yeah.
joint.
Well,
Happy
Manson
birthday.
got a lot of his followers pregnant, but he was a big abortion guy.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, they all got. That's how he got caught up. My friend Tom O'Neill has a book called Chaos, and it's all about how Manson got recruited by the CIA up in San Francisco. And the way they recruited him is he used to bring his followers into this clinic in the Haight-Ashbury to cure their VD and get them abortions. So he hoard out all of his followers, and then he'd take them in. And there was a guy there, Jolly West, who used LSD to indoctrinate Manson and create. He wanted to sow chaos in the left, the anti-war movement, and the anti-civil rights movement, and the civil rights movement.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's an amazing book.
And
Number 2 on the New York Times bestseller list right now.
Wow.
it just came out.
No, came out 3 years ago, and it's been on the
Still there.
list.
Oh,
for,
on the list that
Yeah,
whole
yeah, yeah.
time.
Right.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Because books get up, they have a cup of coffee on the New York Times bestseller list, and then they slip off.
He gets shout outs from different like big podcasters who are obsessed with the book.
Yeah.
And then it goes back up again every
sure.
time.
Oh,
they
so
plug
like
it.
Joe Rogan says something good about
Rogan
it, then
loves
it
it.
goes back up
Candace
again.
Owen loves it.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
At the end of its run, they send all the extra copies to Ace. They keeps it in the warehouse back.
That's right. I peddle those things around. Oh, O'Reilly Auto Parts. Yeah. You know the jingle. Now get to know the guys and gals over there at O'Reilly Auto Parts, man. They keep your car on the road. You don't want to be stuck by the shoulder looking like a dope. Friendly, helpful service. People who actually know their stuff, not just some kid who'd rather be on his phone. I've always used O'Reilly. That was my thing, man. I did a lot of my own wrenching back in the day. Now cars are modern. You don't need to do as much wrenching. But I do a lot of wrenching on my race cars because they're vintage. So whether you're a gearhead or you don't know a lug nut from a donut, they'll walk you right through it. No attitude. Just help at O'Reilly. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today. Or you can visit us at O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam.
This November, action is free on Pluto TV. Go on the run with Jack Reacher.
Every suspect was a trained killer.
Then buckle up for Drive, World War Z,
Every human being we save is one less fight.
and Charlie's Angels.
Damn, I hate to fly.
Launch into sci-fi adventure with The Fifth Element and laugh through the mayhem in Tropic Thunder.
What is going on here?
All the thrills, all for free. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.
I'm thinking about a divorce-based book because I got a lot to talk about. So I'm thinking about something like that, but I'm not. I don't know. For me, I go like 2 years, 3 years, write a book. 2 years, 3 years, write a book.
Yeah.
And unless there's a situation where, when it came out with my first book in 50 Years Will All Be Chicks, it was really successful. So then the publisher is just on you, like what's the next book, And then the next book was really successful, so they get back on you again. What's the next book? So you'll shit out like 3 or 4 books in a short period of time because they come up with an advance, and so no one. Well, I don't say no one, but I would never say no to an advance. They come to you. And they go, we'll give you $500,000 or something. And you go, oh, okay. And then they go, but you got to write the book now. And you go, yeah, okay. And they just give it to you in advance. And then, as you know, they have all the markers along the way. You got to have the first draft in by this date. You need the finished draft by that date. You need the cover, whatever it is. And then you're sort of obliged to keep up with their schedule. And then also, it's kind of... in a weird way, if you think about it, book publishers are sort of the ultimate psychologists and studiers of human behavior. Because they're like, who do we need to write these books? And the answer is comedians and like fucked up alcoholics and just like fucked up people that have never met a deadline.
Right.
They're late to every lunch. Like, you know, you go like, if you think about the guys historically that have written books, they've been a rogues gallery of fucked up alcoholics, right?
Norman Mailer. Yeah, right.
Right. Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah.
And guys like sitting home in cabins doing drugs all day, right? And firing guns in like into the woods, right? And you go, that guy, I need you to sit at a typewriter and dutifully bang away at this thing for 5 hours a day. You know, that's not that guy. But the guy we want to hear the story from is we want the story about Motley Crue written. You know, we want written by the alcoholic drummer and stuff like that. It's like you can't get those guys. You can't wrangle those guys. You can't get them. They miss every flight. They're 2 hours late for their concert. You know, their own concert. So what do you do? Like, how do you do this? And you have, you know, pampered celebrity, you know, beautiful celebrity women and like kind of do things on their own schedule and not used to being bossed around. It's simple. You go, look, it's a $1 million advance or it's $500,000. You go, all right, I'll take it. You get $250. Oh, you said it was $500. You get the rest when you finish. You need to finish. And by the way, it's not going to be $250 up front. It's going to be draws. We'll give you $100,000 right now, but we need the transcript by December 22nd. No transcript. You don't get the second $100,000 and whatever. And they get these people motivated, the toughest people to wrangle in the world, the alcoholics and the drug addicts and the musicians and the rock and rollers and the starlets, and they get them to fucking turn that book in. Because if you just go to them, it's $500K, here's $500K, you never get a book.
That's right.
They'll just go, fuck it, this go right up my nose. I'm fucking going to Hawaii.
Well, that's, Tom O'Neill wrote this book. It took him 20 years. And I was his next door neighbor for that entire time. And he wrote every single day, but he kept uncovering more and more information about it.
Well,
so he's a perfectionist. That's the other guy you don't want is the perfectionist.
Well, the other people who don't have a book deal, who go, I'm writing my own book. You talk to those people and you go, what are you up to? And I go, I'm writing a book on Al Capone. And then you run into them 11 years later and you go, what are you working? I'm working on that book.
Yeah.
Right. That's them writing it on their own versus the $100,000 draw.
This is the worst part is he pitched it. It started off as a magazine article for Premiere, and they paid him to, they gave him 3 months to write the story. Right. And then he kept delaying it and delaying it. It was like the 50th anniversary of the murders. Kept delaying it, kept finding more stuff, delaying it. This went on for a year, and finally they fired him. But he had the rights to the material. He took it to a major publisher, and they gave him $1.3 million as an advance.
Wow.
And then over the next 10 years, he kept pushing off handing it in, and then they sued him for, like you said, they gave him about half the money. They sued him for the money back, which he didn't have. He spent it all.
Sure.
So now he was teaching English as a second language, driving an Uber for another 10 years, and then he sold it to another publishing company. I don't want to get into his financial details, but now he's making huge money from it. But he truly did work on it for 20 years.
Well, I would call him an outlier.
Yeah.
Because mostly they either work on it when you pay them or you don't pay them and they don't work on it.
Right. Well, that's why there's the ghostwriter. That's the best job.
Yeah,
There's a guy named Neil Strauss, and he ghostwrites a lot of the big musicians, the rock stars.
Yeah, I know that. I know that name. And yes, you have to have, it's not necessarily a ghostwriter. It's more of a conductor, wrangler kind of secretary.
Someone you're accountable to.
Yeah, like they go, all right, call me on Monday at noon and let's talk about the early years of Motley Crue, you know, and then they're the ones who are doing all the typing, essentially.
Right.
I had to write a book that way, too. I couldn't sit and, well, it was actually funny. I can't type, right? Or punctuation, spelling, it's all gone. Can't do any of it. It's not gone. I never had it. So I was given an advance to write my first book. And it was in 50 Years We'll All Be Chicks, but we didn't have a title for it. It's just, here's money, write a book. And I was like, okay, but I can't type, right? So I said to my ex-wife, I go, you can type. Yep, she can type fast. I go, good. You just sit at the computer, and then I'll just sort of pace behind you and just dictate. That lasted about 7 minutes. We had like 14 arguments in 7 minutes. And I'm like, you know, she's standing there and she's like, what do you mean the spruce goose? I go, that's a plane. No, it's not. It's a goose. You've never heard of the fucking spruce goose? I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody knows. Everyone knows what the spruce. And we got like 10 minutes in, and I was like, it was 10 minutes into writing. We wrote like 11 words, and I was like, and it was supposed to turn in 100,000 words, and I was like, I thought I was just gonna pontificate, and you were just gonna stenographize. We argued so much in the first 20 minutes that I was like, oh, this is never. Right. We didn't get through one page. Yeah. And we're already arguing. So then I just called up Mike Lynch, and I was like, Mike Lynch, you can type, right? And you're funny. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, you want some money? He's like, yeah. I go, I'll give you some money. You type. Yeah. And then I just put him in that chair.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's how you have to do it that way.
I got one friend who had that same thing about, I'm going to write a book because his dad won a Medal of Honor. And he's like, I'm writing a book about the old man. And then about 4 months later, I ran into him. I go, hey, how's the book coming? He's like, I got about 6 pages in and said, fuck this. I'm out. He's like, I'm just done. It's too much.
When I wrote my book, I hired somebody not to dictate, but kind of a big guy, muscular guy, and he'd sit in my office, and he would hold on to my right wrist. He'd sit on the ground. Mm-hmm. No, so I couldn't jerk off. And so I wrote my entire book with my left hand.
Wow.
Yes, he would come in the morning, he'd get the tissues and the lotions, and he'd throw them all out of the office.
Wow.
And then he would, pine tar that the baseball players use?
Yeah, sure.
He would get that, and he'd get it around my right wrist, and then he sat like Indian style, but with his back to me. And he got the arm over his shoulder, because there was a struggle.
Sure. Yeah, Jack Valet.
The Jack Valet.
Every celebrated author has had to hire a Jack Valet.
I also played third base for the Indians in '74. Jack Valet.
That's right.
Did he swing the weighted bat just to make your dick feel a little bit less?
Oh, yeah.
Got to do that. Swing that weighted bat.
Put a donut on it.
Yeah.
He's in the on dick circle. That guy's in the hole. Well, wait a minute. What, Dawson? I'm looking at you now. Jay Johnston, the baseball player, remember that? Got to write it down, Andrew. Jay Johnston, the baseball player who did hosting and was the Bob Uecker, the poor man's Bob Uecker. Was he Jay Johnston? Was he a Dodger? And was he like host TV shows and stuff?
I'm not sure if it's pronounced Johnston. It's spelled John Stone.
John Stone. Yeah, you're right. It's John Stone. J. John Stone. And is he still alive? And was he kind of the...
Died in 2020.
Oh, man. How old was he? Sad. J. John Stone was like a Dodger outfielder.
74.
And tried the whole thing, the whole Bob Uecker thing.
Yeah.
And it worked enough for local.
Yeah.
Whatever. Because... Can we do this? I just had this thought. You were talking about the anniversary of Charles Manson and the murders and everything, right? And then I've been thinking there was the anniversary. We just had, like 2 months ago, we had the anniversary of the O.J. murders. It was 30-year anniversary of the trial, of the O.J. trial. And then, but there's also Nana and Pappy's 50th anniversary. Don't we need a better word?
Yes.
We just had the 75th anniversary of Pearl Harbor.
Right.
And also this couple celebrating their 5th anniversary.
right.
We got words for everything. we have words.
The OJ 30th. What is it? Silver? Silver knives? What do you give on that one?
Yeah. Linen is his 10-year of cutting off a white chick's head. And then there's gold. I think that's the 25th. Or maybe that's the platinum is OJ's.
Right.
It's sad that OJ won't be here to celebrate his platinum anniversary of cutting a blonde-haired bitch's head off. Yeah. Anniversary. We freely use it. And we don't really do it with other words. Like we have the tragic, we just had the 25th anniversary of 9/11.
Right.
Oh, yeah, a lot of young people died.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun. Why? We need another word.
Yeah.
We need the good. We need the good. The anniversary for the couple that made it. And the anniversary of when you opened the children's hospital 70 years ago or whatever it is. But not 9/11.
I call it a reminder.
A reminder, a heads up.
It's a 9/11 reminder.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Don't ever forget.
The weird thing is in a world where we have like 7 different words for soap. You know, we have cleanser and like things, shampoos and like variations of everything.
Douche.
We don't have an anniversary substitute in a world where we have 9 words for everything.
Interesting. Yeah.
And we need one, right?
Yes. Well,
Remembrance date, something other than anniversary. The other thing about anniversary, people freely use it when they're in a new relationship. And I go, how long you guys been together? Just celebrated our 4-month anniversary. Specifically, how do you know exactly it's been 4 months?
Yeah, I feel the same fucking way for the people. You go, oh, how old's your baby? 27 weeks.
Yeah.
Is that 5? I don't know what that is. Should they be in college? Just say like almost 6 months or something like that, or 4 months or something.
Right.
Don't give me the 29 weeks. You give me 29 weeks, like I don't know what to.
Yeah.
And also, I don't really care. So and also, I'm not gonna ever cry bullshit. Listen, I know a 31 weeker when I see one. Don't give me this 29 bullshit. Like it's just go 6 months.
You know what's really annoying is my neighbors invited me over for, they had one of those gender reveal parties, you know, with the balloon. And so we go over there. It's going to be blue or pink. And so everybody gathers around. They pop the balloon and it's empty. And I was like, what the fuck? And they go, oh, we ended up having an abortion. We don't want to cancel the party.
I thought you were going to go down the route of like, we're going to let the baby choose its gender, some bullshit like that. That's great.
They threw it up in the air and they shot it with a dart and a coat hanger fell to the ground.
With a bunch of cash.
With a receipt for $1,200. Cash.
Similar words in the Oxford Dictionary, the date on which an event took place in a previous year. Similar.
Jubilee.
Jubilee.
Let's not use that one for 9/11.
9/11 Jubilee. What word is that?
Definitely not for the Holocaust. You don't want to use
commemoration.
Jubilee.
Right. It all feels positive.
Yeah.
Is the problem.
Right.
Yeah. You know who was, oh, God, I got to think of his name. Harry Connick Jr. was born on 9/11.
Okay. 2001.
No. His birthday's just on 9/11.
Yeah, okay.
And I was just literally, I was driving into work one night and I just was listening to a jazz station and it was 9/11. But they didn't say anything. And they went, oh, and a happy birthday to Harry Connick Jr., born today, 41 years ago or whatever. And I was like, oh, he's born on 9/11.
Yeah.
And then I realized there had to be a situation where, a year or two later, his wife threw him like a big backyard party, and someone in the neighborhood had lost a son in the first tower.
Right.
And there they are with streamers and noisemakers, and they had to be fucking terrorist sympathizers over there partying on 9/11.
And he had Arab friends he accidentally invited.
A couple bearded guys showed up, and then the neighbor was like, Jesus Christ, some of us lost people on that date.
Yeah, there's a sign at the end of the street on the corner that says 9/11 Jubilee with an arrow pointed this way.
Yeah, this way.
I was just, when I was in New Orleans, I took a tour of the city. I took a bus tour, and I learned about Harry. Do you know Harry Connick Jr.'s Genesis story as a musician?
No.
Yeah.
This is fucking crazy.
I thought he was with Mike and the Mechanics.
It's
a deep cut, kids.
There's a mural of this musician. He's at a piano along the tour, and they go, that was
young prodigy.
Harry Connick Jr.'s father was the sheriff or the mayor of New Orleans. And so there was this guy who was a heroin addict, but he was this renowned jazz pianist in New Orleans. And everybody loved the guy, but he just kept showing up in court with heroin charges. So I was the mayor or the judge, but he said to him, okay, this is your last chance. We're going to let you free, but the only way I'm letting you free is you're going to give my son piano lessons. Harry Connick Jr. was his son. And he ended up staying sober for the rest of his life and teaching Harry Connick Jr. to become a musician.
I had a similar story, but my dad said, you have to rape my son. Which I was like, really? Those are the provisions?
That
of the guys?
doesn't seem like something you'd want.
That's what I said,
Yeah.
Papa.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was a heroin addict, this guy.
Yeah. He said, no, you don't have to give up the rig, but you have to rape my son.
Which is hard because on the heroin, you nod off and there's a lot of erectile dysfunction. So this guy had to really focus. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know why Jim Carolla would say that. That's the thing. And he wasn't even a judge. That's the scary
It's almost
part.
like he wasn't out to give you a great childhood.
To be fair to him, I think he was agnostic about whether his
yeah.
kids had a good childhood or
right.
not. He was just kind of, look, if you have one, you have one. If you don't, you don't.
Right.
You know, we'll all be fine either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't. There's a weird thing where I have it. You guys have it, I'm sure. My daughter will like call me and go, hey, I want to come over and stay with you in Malibu. And I'll go, when? And she'll go, tonight. And I'll go, okay. And I want to bring 9 of my friends. And I'll be like, okay, I'll get the air mattress. Like I start thinking about like how I can accommodate everything all the time. Like you get this command, you know, I want to do this, or like, it'd be like, I've never been to Catalina. I want to go to Catalina, and I'll go, okay, let me make some phone calls, you know, and then I'll I'll try to figure it out. My parents didn't have an ounce of that.
No.
I just come into the room and go, could I get a ride to Van Nuys to Teddy Lewis's house? No. And they just go back and just finish doing whatever they're doing. They weren't haunted by it.
Yeah.
Like, I bugged my mom for like a mini bike one Christmas for like 4 months. Like, I started in mid-June on this mini bike. Like, I could do it. I could learn to work on it. I could learn responsibility. I could work on it. It was like 4 months of nonstop mini bike talk. Got to Christmas, nothing.
This November, action is free on Pluto TV. Go on the run with Jack Reacher.
Every suspect was a trained killer.
Then buckle up for Drive, World War Z,
Every human being we save is one less fight.
and Charlie's Angels.
Damn, I hate to fly.
Launch into sci-fi adventure with The Fifth Element and laugh through the mayhem in Tropic Thunder.
What is going on here?
All the thrills, all for free. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.
Simply Safe. Oh, man. I realize that a security system is not just a deadbolt and wishful thinking. That's why I love Simply Safe, because it's proactive. Traditional systems react after a break-in. Simply Safe can help stop a crime before it starts. Simply Safe keeps your home safe with a double layer of defense. First, AI cameras detect potential threats, and then live agents confront them while they're outside your house, not inside your house. And that's why I trust Simply Safe. I do it. I use it at my place, protecting the studio gear and the front door and the driveway and all that stuff. The stuff I care about. Because real security stops crime before it starts. Am I right, Dawson?
Right now is such a good time to get Simply Safe this month early and get 50% off any new system. Go to simplysafe.com/Adam. Again, simplysafe.com/Adam. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
No.
Yeah, it's like it didn't. It's weird because I like feel like compelled, like literally. I was in Vegas. I did 2 shows over at Kimmel's place. I got back to the hotel like midnight or something. My son and his friend were coming in for the UFC fight. I got him tickets for the UFC fight. Now, I'm doing 2 shows at Kimmel's on Saturday, but he's going to the UFC. And they're staying at the Lux Hotel or whatever. I get the call at midnight. Like, I'm literally in my underpants, finished 2 shows, drove out there that afternoon. Dad, we can't check in because you got to be 21 to check in. I was like, put my pants on, got in an Uber, drove to fucking Lux, stood in line with them, showed the ID, got them like checked in, and fucking went back to the hotel. Like I just got up. I didn't go like, oh man, call some. Don't you know anybody? Now I'm not a hero. I just feel compelled.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And my parents had no compunction at all about it. Like, it just no. And then I'd go, well, if you're not going to be ride to Van Nuys, I guess I'll just mope around the house for 9 hours. They'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
And they'd just sit. Like, it didn't bother them.
No, I played hockey in high school, and I told my mom I wanted to join the team because we had a lake near our house, so I could skate. And, we played hockey on the pond, but I didn't have equipment.
Right.
And so I said to my mom, I want to play on the hockey team. She says, great. And so for Christmas, she got me hockey equipment, and it was street hockey equipment. It was like plastic, shitty Costco.
Yeah, sure.
And so I show it, and the coach sees me, he goes, you can't wear that. So kids would donate extra equipment. And then I remember going in the garbage and pulling out some shoulder pads. I played half the season with no shoulder pads.
Sure.
And then I pulled some out of the garbage. And then after practice, everybody else's parents would pick them up. They wouldn't pick me up. So it's January in New York, and I would hitchhike home on the highway with my hockey equipment.
Yeah.
First off, I don't know how you can do it. But also, all right, a couple things. I was listening, like celebrities will get interviewed and they'll go, well, I had a tough time with my parents, but, now I'm older and I'm thinking about it. They did the best they could. They did the best. I was like, there's no, my mom's effort was like a 1.5.
Yeah.
And I give my dad like a 2.2. Like there was no doing the best. First off, why is your default setting for your memory of your parents? They did the best they could. They did not do the best they could under any circumstances whatsoever. Their plan was to do nothing, not the best, not the best they could. Their plan was they won't cook, but I can go someone else's house and eat dinner at their house, and that's not doing the. What is that thing where we throw it around so liberally? Like my dad, it wasn't great, but he didn't come fucking close. And by the way, I would see them when they wanted to do something. I did. You will see people who do nothing who are motivated to do the best they can in a certain instance. And then they do get really fucking good at something. You know what I mean? Like, couldn't get a ride to Teddy Lewis's house, but when a new restaurant opened up on the other side of the hill that they heard was great and they wanted the best Thai food in town, they drove to that. They did the best they could when they wanted to go eat.
Right.
They're just not for so much not in the mini bike department, but in the Thai food department, they did the best they could.
I took my family to Mexico for remember there was that solar eclipse about 2 years ago? So there was a spot in Mexico called Mazatlan, which is where the sun was first hitting the horizon. So it was the first place to watch it. So we all went down there, and a bunch of their friends went down. So there's like 15 of us, and it's a big party. And so the night of the thing, it was like me and my wife were in bed at the Airbnb, and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and my daughter texts me. So I'm like, oh, fuck. So I text her back. I was like, what are you doing? She's like, we want to go to the casino in town.
Right.
But we don't know how to play blackjack, and we need you to come with us.
Right.
Pants on.
Yes.
Great dad.
25 minutes away. I go to the casino. I get there. My daughter's out front. They won't let her in because she doesn't have her passport. And I'm like, all right, everybody else was getting in. I was like, all right, well, let's just head home. She's like, no, I want to go home and get my passport so I can go in and gamble.
Oh, turn it around.
We get in a fucking motorcycle with a cart attached to the back.
Right.
And we're going through half an hour home, half hour back to the casino, buy them chips. There's a cartel at the next table. I kind of I'm kind of keeping between them and
the cartel, the Medellin brothers.
Yeah. That's what I did.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
My daughter, I did a show in Santa Barbara last weekend. My daughter's like, I want to go to the show. And I go, oh, okay. And I want to bring a friend. I go, okay. 6 friends. I go, okay, so you and 6 people. Yeah. I go, okay, I'll put you on the list. And then show starts at 7. It's like 7:10. You know, of course, they're not there. And then at some point, I get the text, we're in line, but the line's really long. You know, I go, okay, Mike August, go find them. Go find them in line. You know, go out to the street. Go then. Then I get the call from Mike. I can't find them. Where are they? I don't know. Maybe they're in. All I did an hour worth of comedy, about 3 hours worth of entertaining her friends, and Mike was behind the bar, like making them drinks and stuff. We're up in the whatever, and it's like, yeah, it felt like snapping into action. Like they wanted, and it's so funny. I thought about it. My dad's big joke. It was funny. I was laughing with Dr. Drew about this. My sister, who basically ran away at 14 because she was like, okay, well.
Your sister did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she ran away. And it's funny because I used to talk to Dr. Drew about it. And I said, my sister ran away when she was like in the 8th grade. And I don't mean for a night. She ran away. And
like forever.
Yeah. And, well, eventually came back with her boyfriend when after like a year. I don't even remember, but the whole point is she left. And Drew goes, you know, that only happens when someone is being molested or abused. And I was like, statistically, yes, but you can drive a teenage girl out of the house if you completely ignore them for 10 years. My sister left because there was nothing in the house for her. So there's just as much outside of the house as there is inside the house. So she just split. But my dad was funny because my dad, who had a little bit of a sense of humor, it wasn't a bad guy or anything. He just had a weird relationship with being what kids want and need and stuff, you know. He would always laugh. Like my sister, when she lived there, you know, 12 years old, she'll go like, you know, can I get a ride to so-and-so's house, or can I get a new pair of shoes or something? And my dad would always comically go, give me, get me, take me. Give me, get me, take me. That's all they want is give me. And it's like, yeah, old man, that's what happens when you're 11 and
childhood.
You don't have money and a job and a car. Yes, that's what you do. You give them things. You take them places. You get them.
Parent. Responsibility.
Stuff from person who sprung from my loins. All you want is things or stuff or shelter.
Didn't pull out.
Yeah, could have pulled out. Could have came on the tits. And now all it is you, yearbooks, pants,
meals.
Oh, vaccinations, floss. It's always something, isn't it? Canned goods. It's always something with you. Socks, a hug. Woo! I don't know. Like, yes, your kids want stuff. It's mini bikes. Yes, they want things. And
some fucking knee pads that aren't made out of thin plastic.
CCM, Mom. CCM.
Oh, can't you just go to the dumpster and get shoulder pads like a good little son? Oh, we have to go to Dick's Sporting Goods and buy things. Oh. Yes, stuff.
Yeah.
I
so
know
you
it's
can
annoying.
Exercise.
I know it's annoying to you that your daughter wants things or stuff or to be taken. Give me, get me, take me. That was his. And by the way, he did that like it was a running joke, like you'd say, you know, like you're making fun of like your fat wife going, she said Monday she was going to fast, but she was eating Eggs Benedict when I came down to the kitchen.
Yeah. The only thing fast was how quick she got to the refrigerator.
Yeah, that's how fast she fasted. Like, right. She sits around the house. No, but He's saying it like everyone's gonna nod, like, "Oh yeah, no man, you are a truth teller, Jim Carolla. That's so true. What's that bitch want with stuff? Why can't she just sit in her room and expire? What's next? Tap water? Oh my goodness, you are so put upon. That is right. Listen, I have a daughter. She's never gotten a penny from me, and I've never driven her anywhere. So I don't know what you're doing wrong, bro." Like. He said it like it was a joke.
Yeah.
Like people would know and agree with him.
Yeah. As we're having this conversation, I'm realizing it's a lot of timing because our parents didn't do much for us. But now that I got a couple of bucks in the bank, my daughter has been everywhere.
Yeah.
Like because I'm doing all these things for the first time. I'm finally like going to Disney, going to Hawaii, like taking trips, vacations. So she's coming with. I'm thinking my grandkids are fucked. My daughter is going to have been everywhere on the planet and just go, you know what, never mind. I already went and saw all this stuff. You kids don't need to go. Go figure it out on your own.
No, my daughter was like, I want to go to the Lakers game on the whatever 14th. And I was like, oh, okay. And she goes, it's a preseason game. I go, oh, okay. You want to go with me? Oh, I want to bring 2 of my friends too. I go, oh, okay, 4 tickets. All right, but it's preseason? Preseason. Oh, okay. Call up Jay Moore. I go, Jay, preseason Lakers? He goes, that's opening day. I go, oh. Does that mean less tickets than preseason? But the next thing you know, we're all fucking sitting courtside opening. I didn't call her back and go, hey, man, sorry.
Yeah.
Jay Moore says that's opening day and that's a tough ticket and you can't expect or whatever. And I was like, I was like, had a little anxiety about it. Like, you know, and Jay gave us sort of like open-ended, like I can try, but that's tough for opening day on kind of shortish note, hand for people, you know. And I was like, just give it a shot, but don't get fired from your day job or whatever. And I had like marching orders, like I was compelled versus give me. It also is weird. The part that's weird is the zero thoughts. Like my mom and my dad didn't have thoughts about not doing anything or providing anything or driving or mini bikes or whatever. It didn't bug them that they didn't do it. You know what I mean? Whereas like I said, we may not be 100% in the achievement department with the kids, but I will be a little bugged if I know, you know, I'm going to be out of town that day. You wanted me to do like whatever that thing is, you know? It didn't, my parents were unfazed.
Yeah. My father came to 1 hockey game in 4 years in high school. And I got so excited that he was there. And I played defense, even though I was the fucking smallest kid on the team. But I could skate backwards. So they made me a defenseman.
Oh, that's the coolest.
Yeah.
Skating backwards may have been better than a huge dick.
Yeah.
And skating backwards with a big dick.
On the crossover, the dick kind of got in the way sometimes.
That's a spike strip, man.
Yeah. A lot of kids had cups, and I had like a half a gallon of milk carton.
Yeah.
You know, just with electric tape.
Yeah.
So my father is standing at the glass at the blue line, and this guy is taking out the puck. They're breaking out the puck. He's skating up the boards, and I line him up, and I just start skating as hard as I can. And I was like, my father's face is right at the glass. I was like, he's gonna watch the fucking his son with real equipment now.
Yeah.
And I go and I throw my body at this guy. He just ducks out of the way, and my face just smashes against the glass right in front of my father's. And at the end of the game, he wasn't even there. He was just gone.
Oh, yeah.
Closest to a hug you ever came.
Yeah. Missed the check. Missed the dad.
There's a picture of speaking of sports, my senior year of football. You know, the last game, it's always seniors night. They bring out the parents. There's a picture of me standing in between. We just smacked a fly. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
But I'm standing out on the football field. I got my 2 best friends, Luke Hendrickson and Kenny Lorenz, standing on either side of me with both their parents. And then I'm standing there in between them by myself with a single rose in my hand.
Like The Bachelor.
Yeah, just the saddest episode of The Bachelor. I was supposed to give it to my mom, and she never showed.
No, no way.
By myself, yep.
Oh.
So when they say your name, and then you walk out to the middle of the field with your parents, they literally got to my name, and I walked out out to the middle of the field.
I hope you press that rose in a book. That's going to be your rosebud when you're old.
My dad did something that I look at the time. I never thought, it's at the time I never thought of, like, who cares, whatever. But he did something that was kind of bizarre, which is he did go to a couple of home football Pop Warner games. And he would not sit in the bleachers with the crowd. There'd be the moms, and they'd be wearing their kids' East Valley Trojans jersey with the number on it or whatever, and communally sort of cheering on the East Valley Trojans. He sat far away on the field, not in the field of play, but just on the grass, sort of offside, like by the 20-yard line, but like 10 feet away off, on a miniature, one of those little beach folding chairs, with the weird aluminum and the slats, the nylon slats that was like 4 inches off the ground. He sat there alone, away from everybody, with a book.
No.
And he just sat there with the book on his lap and his face buried in it, weirdly advertising, like as a conscientious objector to supporting his son's playing. The thing that's weird about it is, like, I've been to my daughter's volleyball games and they go on for 11 hours and they play 26 games. And at some point you take a peek at your phone, and you look down, you start answering a text, and you'll look up and you'll see your daughter on the court, looking at you. You slide it under your seat, no, it was an emergency. You know what I mean? He sat there on display, essentially hey, all supportive parents in the stands, watch me ignore this game.
Yeah.
And didn't have thoughts about it. I came with that idea. I haven't talked to you guys about this ever, I don't think, but these marathon, it's a tip for all guys listening. Marathon kids volleyball games in Orange County, they start at 7 in the morning, and then
the tournaments.
Yeah, you get to 3 o'clock, and you go, "Can we go home? Yeah. If they win, we're not going anywhere." Jesus Christ, it's been 11 hours. Keep a set of scrubs, surgical scrubs in your trunk. Just keep a set of scrubs and then put them on. You can pull it right over your shirt and shorts, and then you walk in and you go, "Sorry, I got here as soon as I could. What's going on?" And then at some point you can look at your phone and go, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
And I got to split. And you leave, and everyone has mad respect for you, and you just go to fucking Quiznos.
I used to do it cape.
Oh, cape is good.
I used to pull out my cape. I had a
Super
pager
dad.
and a cape. But now the worst is then suddenly you're cheering for the other team.
Oh,
to
100%.
It's like, get the fuck out of there.
You know what? I used to do this Mac. I go, it is true. I'm cheering for the team that is playing my daughter's team, which seems bad or lopsided. But keep in mind, their parents on the other team are cheering for my daughter. So it evens out. All right, Fitzdog. Got shows all over the place. GregFitzsimmons.com is where you go. Me, tonight, Fort Lauderdale doing shows there. Miami at the Improv, couple of shows there as well. Also, Fort Lauderdale back on Sunday, and then I'm going to be at the Sagebrush Canteen on December 18th.
Hey,
doing shows with
how about that?
Brad Williams going to be out there as well.
Nice.
Rudy?
I'll be with you coming up in Vegas the 19th and 20th. Yeah.
Oh, and you're going to Fort Lauderdale? Oh, you're doing something else there?
No, I'm with you.
Oh, you're with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, good. So, until next time, Adam for Rudy PAVICH and Greg Fitzsimmons saying mahalo.